Hello, Sagittarius. Reading for the month of June 2026. My name's Kathleen. I'm one of the spirit operators. If you're new here, I do things a little bit different. I get psychic impressions from the images, and I also interact with spirit. If you're not new here, thank you so much for returning. So the deck we're using this month is the Aboriginal Healing Oracle. Okay, so let's see what's in store for you. The first card we have here is Tea Tree Energy. Okay, so there's the little white dots at the bottom of the branch or leaf here. And they're standing out. So I'm seeing they're almost like a yellowish color for some reason. Okay, so there's a warning here to be careful of pesticides, of any sort of chemical endangerment. I'm hearing, okay, so from spirit, I'm hearing air particles. Also to be wary of breathing anything in. This could even be like an airborne virus. So if you work or go where there's a risk of getting some sort of virus or infection, wear a mask if you can. But there's also like the chemical poison component here. So be really careful. Avoid anywhere where there's chemicals in the air, if they've been sprayed, if even chemicals in the water, Spirit saying. Just be really, really careful of contamination in a variety of ways this month. Okay, so really take care of your safety and be and use like caution. Like I'm hearing precaution from spirit, so be careful before you enter any unknown areas, or pay attention to the news if there's any leaks or anything going on in your area, because spirit just said it may take longer to clean up than they may have estimated, or even the authorities may be giving you an indication that it's okay to return, and you still need to be really cautious. Okay, Spirit said to move on, and we have an Enola, loyalty. Okay, so group of people, and what I'm getting is that there's some sort of explosion. I don't know if this is going to be a metaphorical explosion, like could it be a situation where it's explosive tempers, arguing, fighting, something going on. It could be an actual explosion. Sorry, but you need to be really, really careful this month of where you're going, who you're interacting with. Pay attention to things. Like if you notice that things at work seem to be going a little wonky, or there's some sort of recurring problem, and you can kind of see the tension in people, like be really, really careful. Any situation you go into, right? School, work, home, recreation, whatever it is, just use caution this month for a lot. Like, so sorry, but you're just gonna have to really pay attention. I'm sorry to say, but it does seem like a really bad situation here. where things are going to get out of hand. If this is interpersonal, people, because it doesn't feel like it's two people. It feels like there's a group. It feels like it's a public, semi-public situation. Like it could be at work, it could be out somewhere, shopping mall or a park or something. Just be really careful this month. Watch your safety. Always try to be safety conscious. And yeah, if you get any hint, you smell smoke, get out, right? Like if things seem to start to be getting out of hand, or you're hearing, distant sounds of arguing, or like, just get yourself out of the situation as fast as possible. Don't go to try to find out what's causing it, because it's, again, like, I'm getting like an explosion type of energy here. So, you don't want to head towards smoke. You don't want to head towards the discord, right? You want to get yourself out of the situation as quickly as possible. You and whoever you're with, your loved ones and stuff, okay? Stay safe. Yeah, like Spirit and I don't like to give negative readings. This is like warning you so that you can be prepared to deal with these situations, or hopefully to not run into them at all, okay? So just, yeah, if your gut's telling you something's not right, just get out of there. Like, whatever it is you're doing can wait till later, hopefully, right? In most cases. Okay, the next card we have here is Jeddah, Honesty. So this is a confusing situation. This is with you and someone else, and there just seems to be confusion going on. Some not knowing what's happening. So what I'm getting for some of you is this is going to be a situation where you don't know what someone else is up to. Like, you can't figure out what's going on with them. So perhaps their actions or behavior or attitude has changed suddenly, and you're like, what the heck? The other person, there's some sort of mystery here of like, why is this happening? What's going on? Or you've been given something to do, maybe a task at work or school or some sort of project. There's something you need to get done, but there's so much confusion around it as to how to do it, where to go to get whatever it is you need to do it, what do you need to do it. There just seems to be some confusion going on here. So have patience, Spirit said, when dealing with this situation. Just take your time with it and try to slowly figure it out. Go step by step. Like, even if you're dealing with someone else, just kind of step by step, ask them what's going on. If it's a case of like they stop talking to you or something, like, has there been some sort of misinterpretation, miscommunication going on? Take your time and kind of, okay, Spirit just said kid gloves, like use kid gloves and just slowly sort of unravel and get to the bottom of it. Spirit said you will figure it out. You will get to the bottom of it, okay? Okay, so the next card we have here is Cherry Ballard, Courage. As so often happens with this card, whenever it comes up in a reading, not every time, but I'm hearing a little bell, little ding-a-ling-ling. I'm not hearing like a big bong church bell, but a little ding-a-ling-ling-ling. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just a reiteration of the previous two, the first two cards here, perhaps even that one. Just be alert this month. Pay attention. Make sure you've got, like escape plans You know, like if there's some sort of natural disaster, that you are prepared. If you live in a place where it's super, super and there's a risk of forest fire, or it suddenly there's this huge downpour of rain and the risk of flood, whatever. And I'm not saying that's going to happen to you, because we've had different scenarios happening this month, but just, have stuff prepared. Like they say, to have that bag ready, to just grab that bag, hop in the car, whatever, and go, right? Just be really alert. Make sure you're on top of everything. Like, make sure you're on top of keeping your home, your loved ones, and yourself safe and secure this month. Even, I don't know why, but like the thing where people can steal your car if you're, what do they call it? The fob, your key, because everything's so computerized and electronic, and they just, you can start your car, unlock it, just pushing the buttons on. Make sure that's nowhere near your entrance, the door that you come into the home, because they can electronically or whatever pick that up and steal that to steal your vehicle. So make sure that's in a good, secure place that's going to be difficult for them to pick up. I don't know. I'm thinking now that the tinfoil hat stuff where they wear to keep the aliens from hearing their thoughts or invading their minds. The Faraday cage kind of idea. Like if you get something like that you can put your stuff in so that people can't steal your information, so they can't rob you, steal your car, whatever. Yeah, stay on top of your security, your safety this month, and be alert. I'm hearing it's more like when you're out in public, like make sure your home is safe, your loved ones are safe. And then for you, when you're going to work or when you're out in public, like again, stay on your toes, right? Stay alert. Okay, I really hope that everything's going to go good for you this month, and that you take these precautions so that you are prepared and ready, and that's going to be help you stay safe. Okay, that's it for your reading. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so very much for watching.